So as we've covered in other videos, you don't want to drop ship on platforms like eBay, Amazon, or Mercari, right? Because it's really tough to, stay drop shipping on there within the terms of service long term and keep your account up and not get suspended, right? But we've covered specific marketplaces where you can get away with retail drop shipping if you list ahead of time and then get the products, and order them afterward to your house or your location and then ship them out. It's kind of a mix between arbitrage and drop shipping, and it gives you the benefit of being able to list those products ahead of time and acquire the sale and the profit before you ever even need to spend any money on inventory or store it or anything like that, right? So it works on sites like Poshmark as well as Facebook Marketplace, which is another place that you can also drop ship like this. Same overall strategy, just on a different marketplace. And today I want to cover doing that literally the same strategy on Offerup. Now, full disclosure, Offerup is not the best marketplace out there, right? It is up and coming. It looks promising. There's a lot of opportunity on it, and I've been testing it a lot lately and seeing that there's promise there, right? And you can make drop shipping sales, and you can also use Offerup in a number of ways to sell items that you already have arbitrage wise, right? So if you have items from cashback or coupon or liquidation sites and stuff like that, or just you're looking for a little bit of side money and you kind of want to turn some of the things around your house that are bigger, or even if they're smaller, and you want to another site to actually list them and potentially get more sales, Offerup is a great place. Now, two bad things about Offerup. First and foremost is you can't list from the computer, which obviously sucks, because if you could list from the computer, it would go so much faster. So you have to list from the actual app, which is what I'm going to show you here in a second. The second bad thing about Offerup is that you can't actually use a multi-channel listing software, right? So one of the multi-channel listing softwares that I recommend is List Perfectly, okay? And that has so many different benefits. I plan on creating a tutorial of how I use List Perfectly to list on many different websites. Basically, there's two ways that I use it. I either post the listing and onto List Perfectly and use List Perfectly to post it everywhere, which is like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Grail, all of those places, because you might as well list them everywhere if it's the same exact time spent on your part. But with List Perfectly specifically, you can't actually list to Offerup. It won't list to Offerup because it doesn't work on the computer. You have to list it from the app, okay? And so that's the two drawbacks of the platform. Now, what I do recommend is test this out. It's not going to have as high sales velocity as eBay or Poshmark or probably even Mercari, but it is another place that you can list your items, both arbitrage and drop shipping, like I'm just about to show you here, and get more sales. Now, one of the benefits of this is that it doesn't seem like there's that much competition on here compared to the other marketplaces, right? If you list on Amazon, you're competing with a lot of people. If you list on eBay, you are competing with a lot of people. Same thing with Poshmark, same thing with Mercari, and same thing with Facebook Marketplace, although not as much as the other ones. Offerup, I've noticed when I post, it literally goes to the homepage and they're sitting there all day. So it doesn't seem like you're competing with as many people and you have a different buyer on Offerup, okay? So with that being said, let's just hop into the tutorial and I'll show you exactly how I drop ship on Offerup from my phone. Now, because you're on your phone, you have to actually list something ahead of time. Now, you could have Amazon up and you could be listing from Amazon and kind of doing this, on your phone and saving the URLs on your phone. What I recommend that you do is you list somewhere first, whether that's eBay or Poshmark or Mercari or somewhere like that, right? And then take the listings from that site, like I'm gonna show you with Poshmark here as an example, and list them from your phone from that site to Offerup, because then you'll already have all the description, all the specs potentially, all the information, and all the pictures, right? So now here we are on my phone, and you just want to start, didn't mean to do that, and you just want to start taking the pictures, right? So you want to take screenshots of the pictures, and I'm literally doing that by holding let me figure it out right here. I'm holding the up volume button on an iPhone as well as the lock screen, right? So you just take these screenshots and then you drag the thing down so that you get the pictures. Hit done, and obviously you can do this fast. But what I do is I test this out, and I've been seeing that it's working well for me and getting me sales lately, and that's why I recommend that you also test it out and see what works well for you. Now, clothes like I'm listing here haven't really been working that well on Offerup, but cashback items or coupon items and some random liquidation items tend to sell a little bit better, right? So like random things that are more impulse buys sell well on Offerup in my experience, and then clothing obviously sells better on like Mercari and Poshmark and eBay and places like that, okay? You can still sell clothing, and I think I've sold like 1 or 2 pieces of clothes, but the other things sell a lot better, or at least they have the past couple weeks since I've been listing. And basically what I do is like when I'm doing cardio, and I'm just trying to kill time, I'm testing this out. But since it's been working pretty well, and it seems like there's a different kind of buyer on Offerup that might not necessarily be on all the other places, I do plan to test this a little bit more heavily, and I will definitely report back with the results. But just like the tip of the iceberg, looks super, super worth it. So I'm gonna take the rest of these pictures really fast from my Poshmark listing, and I'm gonna finish listing this. And this listing right here, I actually don't have all the, I don't actually have this piece of inventory like stored away. This is not a liquidation item. This is not a cashback item. This is a dropship item on Poshmark that I have the listing on Amazon already saved on my computer. And then when somebody orders this, I see that at the bottom of the description, like I'll show you here in a second. It's the same way I approach the Poshmark dropshipping. It's the same way I approach the Facebook marketplace dropshipping. And then I order that from Amazon. It comes to my house in a day or two, and then I ship it out to the Poshmark customer. And what that lets me do is it lets me ensure the profit margin. Usually it's between like $5 and $20 depending on the item. Usually it's probably more times than not, it's like $5 to $10. But it's like free money essentially, because all I have to do is list, and then I use my automation software on Poshmark to share, and it brings me in sales and extra free money without ever having to like go out and source inventory ahead of time, right? So it's all risk, no reward, or it's all risk, sorry, it's little risk, all reward. And like I said, I'm testing it, but it still works well for me, and it's perfect for beginners that need some extra side money. So let's finish up. I'm not gonna actually grab all these pictures just for the sake of the demo, but obviously I would if I were actually listing this. Well, there's one more, so let's just grab it. And this item actually sells pretty well on Poshmark for me. I think I've sold a couple of these already. And now I'm simply gonna take if we go into edit this listing, and I take the title, and now we're gonna create the listing. And so now that we've already taken all the pictures, that's usually the hardest part of anything. So I'm just gonna post all these in here, and then the title, hit next, and now we need the description. So you'll see here number 7, this means that this is the 7th listing in my actual, on my Amazon URL. So I know when somebody orders this and it says 7 on the bottom of the description, I'm gonna go into my dropship folder, click on 7, it's gonna take me to an Amazon URL, I'm gonna buy that item, and then I'll mark that down. And that's how I approach it. It's really, really easy to keep track of inventory that way, and it works very, very well. So subcategory, this is a woman's sweater. It is new. I'm not gonna put the brand in there. Size type, we're gonna say it's regular. Now, one of the great things about like a site like Poshmark is you can list multiples. You can't actually do that when you're listing clothing on Offerup, which is another, you can't list multiple quantities or multiple sizes unless you want to do multiple listings, right? So it's similar to Mercari in that way, which is obviously a drawback of clothing, but that's also why I recommend that you don't really do this with clothing on Offerup specifically. Maybe do it with like cashback or coupon or other dropship items that are like trinkets or like household things that you use, right? Not necessarily clothing, again, for that reason, right? So it looks like I have, where is it? Let's go to the available quantity. I've listed a bunch of these. So I'm just gonna list like, that's brand. I'm gonna list like medium, or let's go large for the sake of showing you here. Paste the description in, and then bam. And now the price is 45. And I make, the great thing about this is if you look right here, the price is 45 and I make 36 net profit here. So obviously it probably cost me like 20 or 25 bucks to order this on Amazon. So I probably am solidifying like a $10 to $15 profit margin. But the great thing about doing it on Offerup is you're pretty, and you can also click this firm on price thing as well. So if you want to stay firm on price for a dropship listing, that's probably beneficial for you because you don't really have that much wiggle room. But if not, if it's like a coupon product or a cashback product and it's like all potential profit margin, you can click this off and take offers on it, okay? But one of the benefits is yes, it's a 12.9 fee, but you can also charge for shipping, and your margin is a lot higher than on Poshmark because Poshmark takes a 20% fee, whereas here you're taking a 12.9% fee. So if you sell it here or you sell a dropship listing on Facebook Marketplace, you're gonna make a lot more than if you would on Poshmark, but obviously Poshmark has higher sales velocity and sales volume, and I get more sales on Poshmark, right? So I'm not gonna enable buy now here on Offerup because I don't want to like take offers on like something lower. I want to have the option to check my price, make sure I'm still profitable before I actually accept the sale. So I'm gonna stay firm on price. I'm not gonna have enable the buy now thing. And then I'm just gonna say small, and then I'm gonna post it. And bam, that's how you list on Offerup. And so it does take a little bit longer. If you watch the last tutorial, you'll see just how fast you can list on Poshmark with that extension that literally steals all the, no, that's a bad word, but like copies all the pictures and downloads them right to your downloads folder. So you can list on Poshmark with dropship listings like super, super fast. And then obviously with List Perfectly, you can take those dropship listings and just send them all over to Facebook Marketplace, which also works very, very fast. You can't do that with Offerup. You have to actually take them directly to from your phone, which does take a little bit of time, but it will give you access to a different market, a different buyer, and a different place to potentially make sales. So I wouldn't make this your be all end all, but it is another tool. And like always, I'm just trying to give you more tools to make more sales and help you make more money.